Aries. Aries, feeling very moody, are we, Aries? I can tell from here. Alright, y'all are really going through hell right now, but it ain't nobody's business. This is all you. I mean, you chose this life. You went this route. You will find very little sympathy from the people that you have lacked sympathy for. You need a cleanse on every level of like a purge, a purity, not purity or purge. What's the word? Purifying. Try to picture your heart space as a fountain, with its water being constantly cycled and refreshed and renewed. Okay, like a filtration system, but a constant flow of abundance, and almost like the figure 8, but a fountain. Okay, so imagine that in your heart space. Like imagine that's what's in your chest. Okay, so that's the meditation that you're going to need to be doing. And burn some fucking herbs. All right, you seriously, like, it's like a reeking, like you reek of demon right now, but also you are wreaking havoc on yourself, and it's 100% coming within. It's 100% you. It's almost like you had this little core, this little, like, I want to say grudge. Of course, you're like the most stubborn of the zodiac, and rarely ever get that title because earth signs are more blunt, and we get told that we hold grudges because we take care of our shit, right? Don't let people walk all over us. Okay, so I'm holding a grudge because I remember what the fuck you did. Sorry. I mean, I'm not holding it against anybody, just know that it happened. That's all I'm saying. You can have a clear perspective, no judgments, right? That's not a grudge. You want me to keep every purchase receipt? I keep every transaction receipt, right? It's that kind of, that's fine. But if it's like a grudge, it's imagine, okay, imagine, this is what I'm seeing. I don't even know if I'm going to pick a deck for y'all. I made a joke about that for, I think, Capricorn or something, and ended up doing a reading, but y'all might not even be getting cards right now. This is literally like, it's coming out, it's hot coals, okay? So I'm picturing like hot coals in my hands, and they don't hurt you. They hurt other people. You're a fire sign. You're a fire worker, you know, you are, fire. So it doesn't bother you to be holding these hot coals by any means. It's almost soothing to know that, one, you have power, and two, you have restraint. To be holding them like this, okay? But when you let go of that power, you lose your restraint, right? And it's so funny to me because it's like you have the biggest, like, conflict starters, if you will, the most confrontational, okay? Yet y'all never seem to win a fight. Why is that? You're just trying to get your ass beaten? Now, I'm not talking physically, because trust me, not a challenge. I'm not trying to fight anybody. Like, really. Just like, starting shit and not even being able to finish it. What's that about? It's so interesting. It's not even really a call out as much as it's like a conscious, collective critique, the same way that you would in school, right? The class sees your work and you discuss or talk about, what could be different, what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses, okay? Being able to hold hot coals. So, to continue with this visual of the coals that I have, you're holding them or whatever, but imagine that every situation or every memory becomes a coal. Big thing, picture something that happened to you, watch it shrink down and just compact itself until it's this tiny little mold that looks like a rock, and then boom, it's lit up, it's warm, it's red hot, it's cold. You took that memory, could be a traumatic event, could be something significant, could be something really good even, and now it's a coal. And you swallow that coal, and a good coal will be cooled by your system, break down, even nourish you, and support you and allow flow through you, okay? But the bad memories, they stay hot the whole way down because your body doesn't want it. But here's the thing, your body also can't get rid of it. That's the whole process. You swallow every coal when you should really only swallow those that will flow, right? But you're swallowing the hot ones. So these coals sit inside you. These bad memories, these traumatic events, these situations, these grudges. And they pile up, they get hotter, they get bigger, and they blow up, and they take up all of your self until you have no more room for how out of control this heat has gotten. And that is what radiates off of you. People can feel it in your vicinity, within your range, like they feel that heat, but not in a good way. It's not a passionate heat. It's not a warming heat, or, heartwarming heat, kind of energy. It's not bonfires, right? It's on fire and wanting you to also catch fire. Well, that doesn't seem very nice. I'll warm my hands up, but I'm good on being lit on fire. Aries. Everyone, all of us, I would say. Collective critique. Are you okay? Aries, are you okay? Because it's like, you say you are, and if things get too, that's the thing about the whole conflict, is notoriously confrontational, right? Not necessarily notoriously stubborn, but notoriously confrontational. And it's funny because first retreat, and that's part of the reason you never win a fight either. Again, not talking physically, maybe you can scrap, that's cool, but I'm saying, when you're at odds with someone, especially a loved one, or something like that. So, guess what I'm getting at? What was I getting at? You gotta cool down. You just gotta cool down. You gotta learn you have to remember your power, and that you are a master of fire. And so your fire can be helpful, and it can be a tool, and it can be a warming, passionate, sensational thing. It can provide life, it can provide sustenance, it can provide all sorts of things, instead of just, it's not even burn it all down, because it's, I'm burning down and you'll all come with me. And it just makes people avoid you. It doesn't make people afraid of you, it doesn't make people care about you, it doesn't make people want to come close to you, it just makes people avoid you. So, bummer, Aries. It sounds like a big bummer. I really think I'm not pulling cards for y'all. Sorry. When I turned that red light on, it just got too weird in here. And then I realized, like, oh, no, that's what it is. So, and like I said, I actually joked about doing this earlier. So I'm doing it now. That was your reading. It was an energy reading, I guess. It's kind of cool that sometimes I don't even know what I'm capable of. But you also don't know what you're capable of. So, move forward, live on, go in peace, be with God, or anyone. Just sounded good, and I've been on this Catholic tip anyway, so cool. Remember your breathing. This isn't about, okay. It's more of a sound, right? Get you centered. Imagine yourself in the head, imagine yourself running across a bed of hot coals. Try to make that noise if you can when you're imagining this. And once you get to the end, once you're off the coals, even though it's your power, you can hold coals, you can walk on them. But because you do it, doesn't mean that other people aren't impressed. So give them a show, why don't you? Sexy! When you're done, then you take your deep breaths. So once you find center, be center. Pouring water over the coals, putting them out. The cool down, right? And then being left with the smolder. Feeling complete, feeling warm, feeling whole. I'm going to keep it moving. I'm going to go. That was a weird one. That was a lot. But you know what? Good luck to you, Aries. I hope that this helped. I hope you're not just like pissed as fuck now. But it is what it is. And every single thing I do is different. So, thank you for being here and choosing to watch me fuck with you. Thank you. I love you. Good night.